Welcome to another Rap Cave side mission. I am Chris Platte with my boy Amer. You know the deal. We are going to be doing a Drake discography ranking. So he's got 15 albums slash projects, and we're just gonna go. We're just gonna go through our list and kind of argue the places we most disagree. And I know us, knowing the conversations we've had about Drake, there's going to be some strong disagreements in there.
Definitely.
I think we'll be pretty aligned near the top, but
Yeah.
I think the bottom is where what it is really is our differences in late Drake.
Yeah.
I think that's really what separates it. So
I was gonna say the difference is more early Drake.
I mean, it depends how you look at it.
All right, I guess we'll
Depends
see.
how you look at it. We'll see. All right, let's start with number 15. I'll let you kick it off. What is your worst Drake
Honestly,
album?
never mind.
We are in agreement. We are in agreement. I mean, do we like to? We don't really need to go there.
No,
You kind of know what it is.
it's dance album. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not
But
Drake.
it's half-hearted too. Like that's the thing. It's like Drake's made better dance music. That
That's
was my
the thing,
issue
yeah.
with it.
Yeah, it wasn't.
If
wasn't
you
all
want
that.
dance Drake, go to More Life. He had records on CLB. He had records, like he's been doing those records for half a decade
Yeah.
now. So why was this one so phoned in?
It's not a crazy
Yeah.
album, but
Yeah, like I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, if you look at it this way, when Drake retires or when he's just like stops releasing new music and he's just touring off of like his hits, not a single fucking song from here is gonna be there.
Yeah.
Like even as big as like Jimmy Crooks and what was
Sticky
he,
might.
and Sticky, but it's not making the Drake set.
But it's not.
Like, cause you gotta think about the Drake set. If you're doing like 28 to 35 records,
I mean,
it's not making it.
It made it on the It's All a Blur tour.
Yeah, but that's recency bias. That's recency bias by Drake.
I guess.
When it's all said and done, when he really like goes back into his like Nothing Was the Same catalog, like he's not gonna.
I can see that. Yeah.
So we're aligned there. We're aligned there. That might be the only time we're aligned.
Yeah,
Number
literally.
14. Number 14. Who you got?
Oh, I don't even want to say it. I'm gonna get so much hate. So Far Gone.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It's not my
That's
favorite
insane.
Drake. I'm gonna get
clearly.
hate. I don't care though. I'm gonna get hate, but
Arguably
I
your
really
least
don't give a
favorite.
fuck. The thing is, the only Drake album that I hate is honestly Nevermind. I don't hate So Far Gone. It's just not my cup of tea.
So what is it for you? What's the disconnect? Because So Far Gone is very, very, very high for me.
I know.
So-
That's why I'm gonna get a lot of hate. If I had to give it a rating, I would say 5 out of 10.
But what holds it back for you? Like why isn't it your cup of tea?
Drake has more hits. Drake has better songs. Drake has better projects. It's not my favorite album.
What is it? Is it like because his vocal style is different?
Vocal style
The
is different.
The beats are obviously way different. Like some of them aren't even
Yeah.
his beats. Like
That's
he
the
goes
thing.
over the "Say You Will," which actually is a standout record to me on there. I think he raps his ass off on that one. When he has that BlackBerry bar where he's like, "Hey, if you find I wrote my raps in a BlackBerry. If you find that shit, sell it to any rapper that I know. They need that shit more than I do." I was like, "Okay, Drake, talk
Yeah.
that talk." That shit was
No,
fire.
it's a good project. I'm not bashing on it. Like I like what he did in some of the songs, but like okay, for example, I had my top 3 songs on there: "Successful," "Best Ever Had," and "Uptown." Those are all the hits off that
Yeah.
album. Like I'm not gonna go back for the songs that are
The
not
deep cuts.
popping. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like they're
Oh, see, night for the night. Wait, night off. I think night off. Yeah, that's my shit. But I'm a Lloyd stan.
Yeah.
I will never admit to being stans for anybody because I think as a man you should not stand another man. But like the closest I get is Lloyd. R&B Lloyd is the goat for me. I love Lloyd. But
What's your number 14?
my number 14, and I know this is very high for you because I know you really like this album, is Dark Lane Demo Tapes.
Love that album.
Because
Love it.
but what do you like about it? Because like honestly, when I listen to it, it all just feels like it's not as mailed in as honestly Nevermind, But before Honestly Nevermind existed, this to me was the most mailed in Drake we ever got. Like
I can
this
see
shit
that,
was
but to me,
not cool.
I liked a lot of songs on this project.
I mean, I love, don't get me wrong, Chicago Freestyle is amazing.
Insane. That's a crazy good
Amazing.
song. But just the fact I liked a lot of these songs on this
But
project.
what else? Like I didn't like Tootsie Slide. Like
I
he's
did.
done the dance
I
records
loved
way
it.
better. I know you're a DJ though. Like that makes sense. But still, Drake's done that better. And then you have what else is on it that you like? I there's nothing else. I like Losses because I always just like the deep cut Drake raps. But even that pales in comparison to like his other deep cut raps. Like it's not Do Not Disturb. It's not, you know what I mean? Like it's not No Remorse. Like he doesn't. It's not Emotionless. Like he's rapped better deep cuts than that too. Like there's nothing about that project to me that's special other than like some weird features. Like we've never seen him with Cardi before that, so
Yeah,
that was
no,
cool to see. But
I
I didn't
like
care
it.
for the song.
I like it. It's one of my favorites.
I
It's
can't
definitely
even tell
top
you the
three.
Chris Brown song. I don't even remember what that sounds like.
I mean, I didn't really
I
care
don't
much for
remember
that
what the
one.
Future song sounds like on there.
The Future Desires.
I don't remember what that
Man,
sounds like.
it's good. I'm telling you, go back to the project. Just listen to it one more time.
I don't know.
There
Nothing
might be
about
a
it
couple
stick. I
songs
did. I
that
did though in prep for this. I really did. I want you to know that. Like I listened to
you
to
did.
Drake's discography like in prep
Okay.
I
And you
binged
still
this
don't
shit.
still
And
don't really
yeah,
care.
no, nothing about it sticks out. Like I'm going to my notes here. Let me see. Let me see if I have anything more to add to it. Um, yeah. The other thing too is like I think this is kind of a transitional. This was him finding his sound for CLB, and I think these are just like unperfected records. Like these are just records he threw from a vault. Like that. That's just the way I look at it. So, and arguably his weakest intro. Does he have a weaker intro than that? I don't think so.
Yeah.
Not counting Honestly Nevermind because that's not rapping. But he doesn't have a weaker intro than Dark Lane demo tapes. Are you saying
I'm gonna
so?
keep my
Are
mouth
you-
shut. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. It's all good.
No, if you want to say one, say one. Go
I
ahead.
can't because I'm gonna get hate on this too. Keep the family close.
No, that's near the bottom. I don't hate that all.
I don't like that song.
Ever
It's not my
since you met
favorite.
that one car or ever since Chrysler made that one car like the Bentley.
It's
ooh,
so bad, dude. I cannot
I hate that
stand
line.
it.
I cringe when I hear that line. But it's a hard beat. But no, I'm with you. That's like that's probably like second or third worst. But this is worse.
I don't like
That
Keep
at
the
least
Family
had some
Close.
entertaining production, where it stops and goes do 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 do. You're like, oh shit. Like that has nothing. I can't even hum the intro to Dark Lane demo tapes. That's my
I'm
point.
telling you because you're just not a fan of it. I love it. I think it's a good album. It's definitely not cohesive by any means. There's different sounds on the album. However, I like a lot of songs on that project, so that's why it's in my. We'll get to where it's at.
All right. Next up, 13. What do you got?
13. I got. Oh God. Thank me later.
Okay. That's not. We're getting close to Thank Me Later, but it's not Thank Me Later yet. I have For All the Dogs
Okay.
because same shit I could say about Dark Lane demo tapes, just
Here's
better.
what I found.
I don't care what you found. They found the Beatles. Siri found the Beatles. Drake has more slaps than the Beatles. That's a fact.
Facts. Facts.
No, I just think For All the Dogs, first person shooter, love that song. Like
It's good.
I'd be lying to you if I said there was like 15 songs I played more than that since it came out, because that song has been constantly in my rotation.
Yeah.
But other than that, I don't like I like some beats like Drew a Picasso is a cool beat. The 8 a.m. in Charlotte, which is a very cool record. I
Favorite
know
timestamp?
we had our debate on timestamp. We should probably do a separate one debating that.
We could honestly.
We should do that. But I really don't return to much. Like Tizo's features fire. But there's really just there's just not much production wise. There's some interesting parts, but again, it feels like Drake phoned in,
That's
mailed
what
in.
brings me to my next one. That's where I put For All the Dogs is right above Thank Me Later.
Okay.
So
Okay, so we kind of feel that probably
we feel the
basically
same on it. I really
Any
just
other
like
records
it.
you want to highlight off of For All the Dogs before? Oh, another
Um,
thing too that put it higher, because I was honestly gonna have it below Dark Lane demo tapes, but the deluxe version with the rapping, like that was
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
That was really cool. I
Yeah.
love Drake doing that.
Yeah,
Evil Ways
definitely.
is a banger. The what was it? Red Button, I think is the intro.
Red
That
Button.
one was hard. Where he said Taylor Swift's the only person that can make me drop the album.
Yeah.
I'm glad he
Yeah.
admitted that too, because when Her Loss came out, he was just like, "Oh man, sorry, Noah got sick. He may have COVID, so we can't drop the album this week." And I was like, "You just didn't want to compete with Taylor." And
Exactly.
I respect that he finally admitted that,
Yeah. No, it
because
is what it is.
nobody should drop when Taylor drops. She does what she
She
does.
does numbers
Yeah.
somehow. Sorry.
I mean, no, I'm with you on it. I'm with
Yeah.
you on it. It's fine music, but it's pop music. But it's like bland pop music. It doesn't have flavor.
It's
That's my
nothing,
thing.
nothing special. But
But
yeah, For All the Dogs was
12.
12 for me.
Okay, so my 12 was What a Time to Be Alive with Future.
Okay.
I like that album.
Pretty
It has
close.
cool moments, but you know what? I think it is pretty overrated. Like in hindsight, like when we look back at it, like I feel like these records aren't as big as we thought. Like there's, like Jumpman is hard, still goes, but overall it's just Drake and Future should have and could have done way better than they did for What a Time to Be Alive.
I think at the time
But
when
it's
it
cool.
came out,
I don't hate it.
2016ish, 2017ish, whatever it came out.
I think it was 20. I think it was 2015 actually. I think it was
Okay. So
or
the time it
16,
came out,
something like that.
it wasn't bad at the time it came out because it was like that type of music that was popping at the time. So I don't think it did bad.
Well, wait, because Views was 2016, so was it before Views or after?
It was before Views. I want to
So
say it
then-
was before.
And 2015 though was also, if you're reading this, so it's probably late 2015 then, or something like that.
Yeah, around there. But regardless, not bad. Definitely not my favorite
Yeah,
from them.
I just feel like all the records we've heard from Drake and Future, that didn't work.
That didn't work.
All the records we heard from Drake and Future, like we know we could get better than this.
Oh, definitely.
That's really what kind of
Definitely,
puts
yeah.
it where it's at for me. All right, so you're number 11.
Yeah. Number 11 was CLB.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Eh.
I feel you. I mean, I don't got
was
it much
alright.
higher, but I have it higher.
Yeah, it's nothing crazy. I mean, my favorite 3 songs are "You Only Live Twice"
Yeah.
with Ross and Wayne, "TSU," which was a snippet for the
I love
longest
TSU.
time, and "Fair Trade" with Travis Scott, which that beat was just amazing.
Yeah, but I hate Travis Scott on it. He ruins it.
No, I didn't think so.
That changeup is so unnecessary. That changeup is so just like we're stuck on sicko mode. We have to change a beat now every time we do a song because we're Drake and Travis.
It wasn't bad though. It was a good beat switch. I
It
liked
makes
it.
no sense to me. It really
I
doesn't.
liked it. It was all right.
It really doesn't. But that first part, Drake smokes. I'll listen to that first part
Yeah.
all day.
Yeah, it's
When
it's
Trav
really
comes
good.
in, I change it.
Definitely.
It just was too drastic of a switch for me.
What's your 11?
Yeah, I'll talk more about CLB when I get to it because it's coming up here. I had an album you mentioned already, Thank Me Later.
Okay.
I just, again, for everything you said, like it's definitely like how you feel about So Far Gone is how I feel about Thank Me Later. Like that is like just a Drake that's just kind of reaching. He's kind of lost. He's figuring he thinks he knows the direction he's going, but he hasn't quite gotten there yet.
That's what I was gonna say. Like he knows what he wants to accomplish. It's just with this album, I feel like he couldn't get it all the way there. So it just really
Because like
wasn't.
even the songs I liked growing up, like Over and Miss Me, like
Yeah.
they're cool.
No,
but
they're good.
They're good. Yeah. Okay.
Fancy, I fucking hate. Can I tell you that? I fucking hate that song.
Yeah.
I hate it.
I thought I loved that song as a kid,
Oh, as a kid, of course. Who
Yeah.
didn't?
but
Oh, you fancy, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, you fancy, huh?
but Find Your Love is the gem for that. That's still to this day.
Find
a
Your
gem.
Love and Miss Me.
Still a gem to this day. Okay.
What are we
So
at? Number
you're 10.
10. Number 10 was What a Time to Be Alive.
Okay.
So we're pretty close on it.
Okay.
Pretty close.
Anything to elaborate? Anything to add? Kind of. We kind of had the
No,
for.
not really. Other than the song that Drake had by himself was probably the best song on the album.
Is that what's that?
30
30
for
for
30?
30? Yeah. Yeah.
Or Jersey with Future.
Yeah.
Honestly, those two are the best, and they weren't together.
Yeah.
So that's what's crazy.
Yeah.
But
Even Big Rings to me was not as hype as I remember. It's not bad, but it wasn't as hype as I remember.
it was all right.
Number 10, I got an album we haven't mentioned yet. I don't think either of us mentioned this yet. More Life. So,
Yeah, you're not a huge fan of More Life. That's what I know.
I have such a weird More Life thing. My More Life thing is this. I think there was a point in time, I don't know if I still feel that way, but there was a point in time where I believed that More Life had Drake's two best songs ever. Ever. Which is Do Not Disturb and Passion Fruit.
Okay.
However, I hate the rest of the album. Like, the rest of the album to me was so just weak. But
Really?
I've come around to it. Like, Madiba Rhythm, I did always like that one, so I didn't hate that one. But Free Smoke, again, is like a bottom tier Drake intro.
Oh, I don't know. I can't
Bottom
agree with
tier.
that. Nah, bro. The way he comes in, the beat is fucking knocking.
The beat is cool, but I don't think he does anything with it.
Nah, dude, I love that intro. That's like, to me, that's a top 5 Drake intro, in my opinion. In my opinion.
It's probably definitely not 5 for me.
Oh, it's definitely top 5. Top 3, probably.
Yeah, definitely not 3. Then I have my other issues with it is like the like I like Fake Love is cool.
Mhm.
Portland is cool. So like these are
Sacrifices.
terrible records, but I don't know. It's just like that whole thing was just. It was a drastic shift in Drake, and I think it's aged well. Actually, I think if I'm being fair, I like it more than I did originally. But I still just like there's still just this is where you get in the era of too much Drake filler. You have records like Glow, that
Which
just
I love.
like I hate that record.
I love it.
It's terrible.
Blem, Glow, I love all of them.
Blem is cool. Blem is cool.
You don't like Glow?
I hate the Kiss in My Teeth one, the one that sounds like X.
KMT?
Yeah.
Oh, man, that one's good.
It's a banging beat, but again, it's just like I don't know. There's certain
I
times
feel like you just don't like that type of Drake. Like
No.
the different...
I don't think Drake does that good. There's a difference. I like that is a hard ass beat. I give that beat to a whole bunch of rappers, not Drake. Drake does not sound intimidating on that at all.
It's a good
And you
song.
are supposed to sound fucking menacing on that nasty ass beat.
I mean, it's to me...
Giggs washes
I'll
them on
talk
that.
about More Life when I get to it. It's in my top 5.
Okay.
What are we on?
Yeah. So
9?
then we're on. Yeah, you're 9.
9, I have Care Package.
Okay.
Just because they... Okay.
Which is also my 9 for.
Oh, perfect.
So.
Because,
let's just-
they're good. It's a good album.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it's not an album.
It's not real. Yeah.
It's just a compilation. So I put it 9 just because of how good the songs are.
Yeah.
I mean, you got How About Now, Days in the East, which is one of my favorite Drake R&B songs. The Motion, Can I?
Yeah.
Just solid songs.
Girls Love Beyonce has always been.
Girls Love Beyonce. So I'm okay. At least we agree on that one.
I Get Lonely. That's my
I
shit.
Get Lonely.
That's my shit. And then also, my favorite timestamp, my GOAT timestamp, 4 p.m. in Calabasas. Talk this
Good
shit on there.
timestamp. Good timestamp. What's your number?
So
8?
that was my 9. Go ahead and go to your 8 then. 'Cause I don't really,
s-
let me see if I have anything to add on it quickly. My care package notes here. Yeah, it just I get it. It's a collection of songs and it's from a time period, but that was that time period where I feel like I could still resonate the most with Drake's music and substance because he still had that. Even though he was putting up the big dog numbers, he still had that underdog feel to him.
Yeah.
He still had that I'm trying to be a champion, and I just feel like obviously when he got to the level he got to, I mean you can't be an underdog after Hotline Bling. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that just worked for me.
Yeah.
Another record, what's that one? Club Paradise. I don't think we
Club
mentioned
Paradise is
that.
good.
But yeah, that wasn't our record I wanted to mention. But yeah, it's just a good collection of Drake from a time
Yeah.
that I felt like I really, really appreciated from Drake.
Yeah, it's a good album. Number 8, I had. You're gonna disagree with me on this for sure. Her Loss.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So
The album
why do
just
you have it
didn't
8?
wow me.
Okay.
It's nothing crazy. Um, in my opinion, it's definitely better than the Future project he had with Drake and Future. Um, it just didn't wow me. It just wasn't anything crazy. Like, okay, my top 3 songs are Spin About You, Privileged
Banger.
Rappers, and Circle Loco. Those are my 3.
Yeah.
Um, like I said, it's not bad. It's like in the middle of the discography ranking. I don't love it. I don't hate it. It's a decent project. I just feel like they both could have done slightly better.
Okay. Okay. So what are we on? 8?
8.
So my number 8 then is Certified Lover Boy.
Okay.
So yeah, to kind of just basically issue like another few records because the records you point out were good. It's just with Drake, the thing is always gonna be albums are too bloated. There's just too many records, and
Way too many.
I get why he does it because he has so many different fan bases he's trying to appease.
Yeah.
But it
Which is
ultimately
cool.
it hurts the quality of the album
It
every
does.
time. But this one has records like Race My Mind, which I really enjoy too, to just kind of add on to some of the ones that you like. But then it has terrible ones like Girls with Little Baby, or
I hate that
uh,
fucking song so
and
much.
then the one with Jay-Z. I love that one.
That one's good.
What's that called?
Uh,
Love or For All? Something. I don't know why I'm
Let me look
blanking
it
on
up.
the title, but yeah. So just a good collection of songs. Nothing
How does
crazy.
it start again? Previously on Ready to Die, and then the beat
Yeah.
cuts in.
Love
God,
All.
Love All. That
Love
song
All.
is solid. I like that song.
I really like that song. And then
Definitely.
of course those first 2 songs were just great. Champagne Poetry and then Poppy's Home.
Yeah.
Love that.
Poppy's
So,
Home is good.
yeah, I think it's I think it's a not great album.
Yeah,
I
definitely not.
I wouldn't say it. I wouldn't put it in like my top 5 for that
No.
year or anything like that. But it's but you know that's what it comes to for Drake. You're coming for songs. You're not coming for albums per se.
Yeah.
So, what do you expect?
We're on
Anything else to add to
7.
that? Yeah.
7
No.
is, if you're reading this, it's too late for me.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Just it's a good project. Like I said, kind of how I feel like with Her Loss. Good project, but not great project. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
how I feel about it.
This one is like a big one in Drake. Like there's definitely like those camps of like this is like top 3.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah,
never
first-
got that.
I haven't, but I know
'Cause-
there's people who put it in the top 3.
I like it a lot, but I don't. I just when you look at the other albums, I don't see it.
That's what I'm saying. When you look at our top 3,
Yeah, when you look at like
there's better.
yeah,
So
exactly. Okay, my 7, right? That's what we're on.
Mhm.
Yep, my 7, Scorpion.
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 Okay.
So now we have talked about. Yeah, I think the rap side, fire. Other than I'm
is.
upset,
It
perfect.
is definitely.
Besides, I'm upset, it's perfect.
You didn't like I'm upset.
No,
I loved it.
never loved
Thought it
it.
was great.
Never loved it. Especially too, like the way Pusha T clowned it too. After like you talk about you upset after you just dissed the hell out of him. I like I like the rapper side. It was what I wanted from Drake. Do a rap and an R&B album, separate but together. So he had the right structure, but he just didn't deliver on the R&B side.
Okay.
You have good songs. You have In My Feelings. You have Nice for What. You have what's that? What's that one? That's How You Feel.
Can't take a joke.
Can't Take Jokes on the rap side.
Oh, you're talking about
I'm
the
talking
R&B
about.
side.
I'm just highlighting the R&B side. But
Blue Tint was pretty good.
yeah, that one's. Okay. If I'm being honest with you, I never listened to it.
Really?
And then like I never listened to it again, really, since pretty much the album came out. Ratchet
Yeah.
Happy Birthday got to automatically minus 1,000,000 points for that. And then Summer Games, even though it's like such an 808s baby, I love 808s and Heartbreak so much that I'm just like I have a soft spot for it, even though I know objectively it's not a good song. The just going like breaking my heart over and over again for
Yeah.
a hook is not that good, but it works for me. Yeah, I just underperforming on the R&B side, and then yeah, the rap side was very good.
I basically have the same
8 out of
argument.
10. 8 out of 10. Mob Ties, Can't Take a Joke. Like, man, that side was stacked, emotionless.
Yeah.
I didn't care for Survival and Nonstop. They're not
See,
bad, but
Survival I loved. That was actually one of my favorites on that for a while. It was just a solid
my
song.
favorites are probably Sandra's Rose and Is There More.
Survival, I feel like the beat was just insane.
Yeah. I mean, but
Insane.
you're always gonna get amazing beats.
Yeah,
Straight.
you're always gonna get good production with Drake. But no, Survival was good. He was talking his shit on Survival. I liked it.
Yeah.
That's what brings me to number 6.
Yeah.
It was Scorpion.
Okay. So
So I feel like we feel the same about it.
yeah, adding anything to it.
Not really. No, I mean you basically said everything. The rap side is definitely better than the R&B side. There is a couple R&B songs I fuck with, but no, basically
But there's still not even like that like elite Drake R&B song from that, because like the
No, no,
because like
definitely
the
not.
pop ones are like Nice for What and like In My Feelings, but they're even like more kind of rappy like
yeah,
than they are
yeah, like Final Fantasy.
like there
That
is
was
no
more of
passion
a
fruit. There is no, you know what I'm saying, like there's no jungle like
Yeah.
off of if you're reading
There's
this
Jaded.
like, yeah, but that don't hold a candle to, in my opinion.
It's a good song. I like it.
But that's what I say, like to have a whole R&B album and then not have like that, like, oh my god, this is
Yeah.
one of Drake's best R&B
I can
songs.
see what he was trying to do with the album, and I respect him for it, because it's like I said, there's people out there who love the R&B side more than the rap side,
And those
which-
people do not have microphones or should not have microphones.
which I can see why. I mean,
I'm out here, yes, I'm out here policing your opinions.
no, but there's definitely people out there that like the R&B side more, just because some people lean towards more R&B.
I do.
Versus
I do.
rap.
I love R&B,
Yeah, I like R&B. There's nothing wrong with it. I just prefer the rap side more.
but like trash is trash. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah, I
like,
can agree with
what do we, I can't go as far as trash because there's a few songs that save it, but
Yeah.
there are some very, very trash moments.
Yeah.
Like if you're drafting Drake R&B song, to me, like the bottom is almost all songs off Scorpion.
Yeah.
Like his R&B cuts on Views, on If You're Reading This, on Nothing Was the Same, like those are better to me. So like I just, to me, the I have to hammer home how underdelivered the R&B side was for me, because otherwise I think I'd have this as like a top 4 like Drake album,
So
just based off the rap side.
What's your 6th?
My 6 is what we talked about, If You're Reading This. So not to add too much more to it. Another good timestamp record though, 6 p.m. in New York. Right? I think that's the one on there.
For
What's the one on?
for if you're reading this is too late.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's 6 p.m. Yeah. Also, again, Jungle, which we just talked about, amazing. That's actually been in my rotation recently. I've been trying to put together a playlist for
It's a good song.
something I'm working on, and yeah, that song came
Yeah,
on.
that's in
and I
my
was
top
like,
3 for sure.
Yeah. No, it's cool. Like, great start. You know, like, again, I think when you're looking at Drake track runs, that probably is one of the better starts, like 4 or 5, because you got Legend, Energy, 10 Bands, Know Yourself. That's a good start.
Yeah.
That's a very no
Madonna.
telling. Yeah.
Donna's pretty good too.
Six God is cool.
Six God.
Like yeah, like it is. It's a pretty good out. Like it's a
Yeah.
pretty damn good album.
No, it's a good album for sure.
I don't put it quite in the lore that like there is that camp that like puts it like as really really high up there. Drake, I can't put it that high, because to me I think he's rapped better. I think he was just like he was going for the pop, like the pop trap, and he did it well there. But like I don't know, I feel like some people listen to pop trap rap and they think it's like better than like actual rap, and I'm like, no, let me sit you down and play Tuscan Leather and show you like what
Yes.
actual good rapping
Yes.
is. So
So for number 5,
yeah, you're 5.
a better album than Scorpion as far as the R&B songs go, Views.
My number 5 as well. I think. Hey, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm pretty impressed. I thought we were gonna have a lot. We do have some big disagreements for sure.
We do, because I still haven't gotten to Dark Lane demo tapes yet.
Oh my! I forgot. I gotta take that dab back. I gotta reverse that.
All right, we can reverse that. We can reverse that.
Reverse that. Yeah. No, man. Oh, that's.
But no, Views number
you
5.
You should not have said that because that totally slipped my mind.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Jesus.
Like we said, this is all personal preference at the end of the day.
I know, but
it's a good album in my opinion.
Oh my!
But Views, Feel No Ways and Too Good are one of his best R&B tracks.
Yeah, Too Good is fire.
Too good. Too good. Too good is too good. I mean, with Rihanna on there, come on.
Redemption. His best.
How did I forget about Redemption?
One of his best R&B cuts.
Yeah.
And then like deep rap cuts, you got Western Road Flow.
9 was good.
Yeah.
What was that third track? The DMX sample.
What's the Cheesecake one? What's the one that's Feel No Ways?
That's Child's
right?
Play.
Or Child's Play.
That's
yeah.
Child's Play.
Yeah.
You gotta fight with me at Cheesecake. I know you're allowed to go there.
Yeah.
But that DMX sample song, I forgot what it was.
That is
What these bitches want. What is it called?
A groupie in my exes. Bunch of games, how's it going down? Is you with me or what?
You with me.
You with me? Yeah.
I love that song.
Banger,
I love that song. Bro.
Yeah, that song
Too
is
good.
Fire. Yeah.
What was your 5?
My 5 was Views.
Oh yeah.
That's why we originally got before we had to reverse it.
Cool. Yeah. Sorry.
No, I just to add on to it, I think as far as like that was when Drake really started to go to the era of like bloated albums and like 20 plus albums. And again, we didn't mention Controlla, One Dance, Hotline Bling. Yeah. Like this album
was
stacked.
It was good.
And Grammys, when we talk about What a Time to Be Alive, if you throw Grammys on What a Time to Be Alive, that's one of the best records on there.
Yeah, definitely.
So like this was probably him doing his best. And that's why I can actually even talk myself into putting this one spot higher. I may have actually done that. I'm sticking with what I got for now, but I think maybe as time passes, I might change and put this 4. But this album to me is like this album has really, really grown on me because it just it is Drake shifting into that era of,
even though it is one of the worst intros.
Yes, and I think
aside from that,
bro, if you throw on even like a Champagne Poetry type level intro, like if you just throw on like a upper tier like intro to this album, not even his best, like this album goes through the roof. Because even the interlude, what's the interlude? Summer's Over, is banging. Like it's just I think he did that very well. He paid attention to sequencing. I think from Drake's standpoint, that was him really, really trying to make like a classic. And I feel like that's his last attempt at truly making a classic.
And the thing is, I don't know if you remember, it was kind of like promo for the album when Summer 16 came out.
Yeah.
That song was so good.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That's what got me hyped for Views. Because I knew Summer 16 was obviously a fucking banger. So when I heard that, I'm like, all right, Views is about to be fucking amazing. And it wasn't at first, but then I started listening to it more and more within like the a couple months after, and it went straight to top 5 albums for me.
No, that has definitely continued to grow on.
Good album for sure.
And it's even growing on me as I talk about it.
Yeah, no, it's definitely good. I might listen to it in the car on the way back home.
Yeah, that's a great album. Let me see if I have anything else to add to that. Yeah, I mean, not really. Other than again, with it being so bloated, the highs carried it at first when it first came out, and I was listening to the same 3 or 4 songs. But now, as I listen to it more like evenly, the lows aren't as bad as I remember. There's still some lows, but like Faithful, I think that was an awesome song until Drake ruined it.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was alright.
Like there are some low points, but overall, I think it's a phenomenal album, man.
Yeah, definitely.
I really do. Okay.
4. More Life.
I forgot you have more. Jeez. That was
Chris Adams can agree with me on this one.
Yeah, no, but Chris Adams is so biased when it comes to More Life. Him and his brother John, shout out to John, uh, they are so biased. They love this album. This album to them is just like
It's a good album.
perfect.
I wouldn't say it's perfect, but it's a good album.
Yeah.
It's a damn good album. To me, it's better than Views, in my opinion. Even though I love Views,
See,
I will defend that album with my life. I love.
I
More
can't
Life.
say it, bro. Isn't Views way more consistent?
Not to me.
See,
I like
that's
More
where we
Life.
disagree.
I like More Life a lot more. That's what makes it interesting.
I like the sound. I like the sound of More Life, but
I love it. That's why it's a top 4.
I
love
don't know.
the sound.
I can't put the consistency of View like.
I don't know. More Life is amazing in my opinion.
Like let me see if I pull up just the More Life track list because I know the Views track list by heart almost. More Life. Let me see here. Like, yeah, like okay, Free Smoke. I know you differ from me on that. Like, No Long Talk was not my shit. The Georgia Interlude is cool. Get It Together. Like Skepta's like it had misses. Like again, Can't Have Everything, Glow, Since Way Back. Those are 3 songs I don't care for. Ice Melts with Young Thug, I don't care for.
Oh, I love that song.
Fake Love is cool, but that's like a 5-track run where I only like one song. And then Do Not Disturb obviously is a masterpiece. So like there's no run of like 4 or 5. It's 22 songs and there's no like 4-track run where I'm like this is awesome.
See, like I said, just preference at the end of the
Yeah.
day. I love it. I think it's great. What was in your top 4 then?
So my 4 was, and I'm not gonna lie, I have kind of shifted in it, is Her Loss.
Jesus Christ. You put that at 4?
I did.
Oh, that's all right. You're going to hate on me for the next one.
I did because, I think that was Drake's. I think that was Drake playing his part perfectly, where he takes the lead, and 21 Savage also plays his part perfectly. And that's partially why I had such high expectations for the 21 album, is because, I got kind of shaded by Drake carrying the load, and then 21 just coming in and doing a good they have great chemistry. I thought the production was awesome, and I don't know, like it just, to me, it's so much more listenable than a lot of, like, all the way through than a lot of Drake records. And that's what it is about. It's like, to me, it's short, it's concise, but it also is entertaining. So I have it up there as 4 because I just think it had its vision and it was perfect. It was perfectly executed.
Okay.
So I have kind of since lost a little love for it, but I still overall I stand by it being 4 as of now. I just think it's perfect, man. I really think it's damn near perfect.
Okay, cool. All right. Number 3?
Yeah. Do it. Please do it, actually, matter of fact. Because if you don't,
Dark Lane demo tapes, baby.
God, because I know what I know what like two
you know what 2 and 1 is gonna be.
Yes.
You already know.
And I just had to make sure that it was.
Dark Lane demo tapes is 3 for me.
Okay, so I know we talked about it at the beginning, but like, just try to sell me on Dark Lane demo tapes more.
Okay.
Like really try to. Sell
I'm not
me
gonna be able to sell it to you because you're just completely different view than me. However, Deep Pockets, loved it. When to Say
Is
When.
that the intro?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I can't even remember what it's like. What it sounds like.
When to Say When with the Jay-Z sample of Song Cry. I liked it. Chicago Freestyle, obviously, good.
Yeah.
Not You Too with Chris Brown. That's the only song I can really take away from this one. I'm not really a big fan of that one. Tuesday Slide, good. Desires with Future, good. Time Flies, I'm Outside in the AMG. You know that song? You don't know that song?
What song are you talking about?
Time Flies.
Oh, no.
You need to go back to this.
Off of this album?
Yes.
No, I have no. That's my thing. Is like nothing stuck.
Yeah, you got to go back to this.
I did though.
Landed.
Like I've just heard this, and I still can't hum it.
See, I can't get
That's
it
what's
through
weird.
to you.
No, but that's what's weird, right? Is like that's the first time Drake has dropped an album where it's like forgettable what it sounds like.
That's crazy.
It's forgettable.
That's crazy. Landed D4L with Young Thug and Future.
It's got to be
Pain
the production is our
1993.
difference. So you just really like the production on it.
Love the production. I love the way he's spitting on it. I mean, he's spitting.
That's true too. I don't even.
Demons
I don't
with
even know what the
504
fuck
and
he
then
was saying.
Sosa Geek, bro, fire. War, the outro, insane.
I remember what that sounds like. I do.
I love it.
But I
So
don't
for
care
me,
for it.
this being in the top, I just love this album. Like, and that's the thing. No one can take it away from me. I think it's. I don't want to say it's a perfect album, but it's up there. It's up there for sure.
I don't know. I don't know what to say because like
You ain't gotta say nothing.
It's
a lot of people are
crazy.
gonna disagree. Clearly.
yeah, it's crazy because I like you're so passionate about that. Like I'm beginning to second guess myself. Like, am I crazy? But I'm not.
You are
I know,
though.
I know I'm right.
You
like,
are,
no.
though.
Like,
You're insane.
There's no fucking way that album Drake raps better or the production is better than like 8 Drake albums, 9 Drake albums.
To me.
There's no way.
To me,
There's no way. Like if you're drafting the beats or if you're drafting the raps from that,
I'm drafting the beats. This album gets it all.
that's crazy.
The album gets it all, bro. I'm telling you. Call me crazy, but I love it. I love that album.
So you think this has better beats than Scorpion?
Yes.
You think it has better beats than Views?
Select.
If you're reading this.
Yeah. It's just. I'm not gonna argue it anymore. It's just I love the album.
I can't do it, man.
Simple as that.
I just feel like good music will you remember what it sounds like.
I do
don't-
remember what it sounds like.
And I don't remember what that shit sounds like. That's crazy. Okay. Number 3 now. That was your number 3.
That was my number
That's
3. We
crazy.
spent too much time talking about that one.
We did, but also it needed to be had because I tried to save you saw I tried to save him. All right. My number 3 is Take Care. And I know
Okay.
what that means, and I know that's where our disagreement is. You could definitely talk it into being 2. I think 2 and 3 are very interchangeable for me. But what I feel about Take Care is it's a upgraded version of Views, but it still has the same flaws. Like I think what gets glossed over when it comes to this record right here, Take Care, is that to me there are skips. There are times when listening to the whole album feels like a chore.
Yeah.
Like and I just feel that this album is an album that has filler. And when we get to the next 2 albums, I feel like they are projects. I don't feel like they have filler. You could argue one does. That's why 2 and 3 are interchangeable for me. But listen, I'm not going to complain about it. It's a classic album. Like I used to be in that camp. Like Drake doesn't have a classic. No, Drake has a classic. Like Take Care is a classic to me.
Yeah.
I think it's a damn good album. I think a lot of it has aged well. I think even though it sounds like it's in its time, it still sounds peak. Headlines, obviously.
Crew
Love. I will say Marvin's Room, as much as I love that song.
Make Me Proud with Nicki.
There's the one line in Marvin's Room that just ruins it for me, though.
Which one?
It's the one where he says, where he talks about, like, the white girls said the N-word. Like, it's just like, bro, why even put that in this story, bro? Like, it just made no sense. It's just
a
like,
Drake move.
oh, your white girl, this white girl said the N-word. I hope your friends didn't hear it or some shit like that. And I'm just like, bro,
Yeah, that was kind of stupid.
you could have
but
just like why put that, like, that line made
You gotta
zero
put that in a song.
zero
That's
sense.
a hit.
But no, obviously great album.
No, definitely.
Motto, shit like that, classic, everything, and no records on here are terrible, but I feel like I just feel like it
feel like there's
has.
two
I
better.
feel like it gets the filler gets glossed over. That's my
Okay.
only issue with the album. Everything else, the same reason you guys love that album, I love that album. So
That's what brings me to my second album. I put Take Care.
yeah,
So we basically had the same opinion on it. So
yeah. I just like. Well, let me pull up the track list so I have it, so I can kind of just be more about the more about specifically like areas of it that like yeah, like Shot for Me has never been my thing. I know a lot of people like that song. Um, Obviously, We'll Be Fine with Birdman. I didn't care for.
We'll Be Fine was good.
Yeah, like they're not terrible. I just like I don't. I think there's elite songs on here like the Camera / Good Ones Go interlude, um, The Real Her, look, Hell Yeah, Fucking Right, Motto, Buried Alive, Marvin's Room, Take Care, Crew Love, Headlines. That might be one of Drake's. That might be Drake's like probably 5 best run.
Yeah.
That might be that run right there is pretty stacked. Underground Kings is fire. So yeah, like I'm not saying there's a bunch of skips on here, but there's just songs that I'm just kind of less interested in.
Okay.
So that's where it's at for me. My number 2, which again can be flipped, is So Far Gone,
That's crazy.
and I feel like what makes So Far Gone so special is that it's the rawness of it. Like, Take Care, he obviously has much better production, and obviously there's a bigger budget behind it, but So Far Gone, it has that grittiness to it, and Drake music never has real grit to it. It's always polished, it's always pristine. So what makes So Far Gone to me special is that it has that scratchiness, it has that kind of that missing element, but it also adds texture to the music. Like it makes it work well, that it's not mixed perfectly and shit like that. So I enjoy it for that.
Okay.
I just personally don't ever get turned off by it, like, because it's, I'm a Dat Piff kid too, so like, at the end of the day, I lived through shitty
Yeah.
mixing. Like, we all grew up
We
on
all
Dat
have.
Piff, and Dat Piff like was the definition of shit mixed music. So maybe that kind of shades it for me. But So Far Gone, man, that has banger after banger. Again, Brand New is just like one of Drake's best R&B songs ever. Night Off with Lloyd, one of Drake's best R&B songs ever, even though that's a straight 808s record. Say You Will, the straight 808s record. He also raps very well on it. Yeah, man, like this is just that to me, and that's where I'll get like personal. How you feel about Dark Lane demo tapes?
Yeah.
Could probably be applied to So Far
that's
Gone.
why I respect
but
it.
but I will say though that like most people have So Far Gone in their top 4 or 5, and they do not have Dark Lane demo tapes. And most people do not have So Far Gone at their bottom, and they have Dark Lane at their bottom.
But some people do.
Some people.
Now, number 1, I feel like we don't even have to discuss. We know what the fuck number 1 is.
We don't gotta go too in depth with it.
No, nothing was.
We gotta highlight why it's number 1, but
Because the best album
Yeah, nothing was
of all time.
No.
One of the best albums of all time.
Oh, I thought you were just saying like flat out it's the best album ever.
No. One of the best.
Okay.
Albums. No, not the best album. No, that's not what I meant.
I was like, hold on now,
No,
hold on.
One
Like,
of
I
the
love
best
this album
albums
too,
of all
but
time. There's no skips.
Yeah.
0 skips.
no skips. Super efficient.
I agree.
Super efficient.
Best intro.
Yes, by far.
Wouldn't say the best outro. Like, you can say best outro.
No, I
No?
can't, because of Do Not Disturb for me. For me.
Oh yeah. Okay.
For me. I don't know if you would agree with that, but
No, I do
can't.
like that outro. Yeah. But regardless, still his
mean,
best album.
Again, it's just it's the no fill. And again, we're breaking down these albums like we're not like, you have to factor in everything. Yes, you factor in like, okay, how many songs you like, but we're talking about albums here. So like,
Yeah.
you may like 10 songs off Views and 8 songs off of, or 10 songs off of Nothing Was the Same. But guess what? Nothing Was the Same is 14. Views is 20.
I was gonna
tracks.
say, yeah.
So it's like,
Still
you know
gets
what I
that
mean?
bump.
Like
Yeah.
it kind of like it's the efficiency that makes like an album, and that's how I approached this
Mm-hmm.
ranking was factoring in, okay, what songs do I like, what songs do I return to, but also how likely am I ranking these to just sit down and listen to the album in its entirety, front to back.
Yeah.
And that's why Nothing Was the Same as one, because it's just like, where's the skip? It's
There is
awesome.
none.
It's hungry. And you know what, man? It was special because I feel like that was right after Good Kid. And I think Drake, that was the first time Drake looked at like, oh shit, someone's actually going to challenge for the throne.
Yeah.
Like, cause you got to think after Take Care, like you have Kanye and Jay that are still making music, but they're the older generation.
Yeah.
Like Drake is by far the guy. Like you have Cole bubbling, you have Kendrick bubbling in 2010. But if you're Drake, you're not thinking there's anybody under like 27 that's better than you.
Yeah.
You are clearly like you are the future of the league.
Yeah.
And then Kendrick comes out with Good Kid, Mad City and completely shakes the earth. And
Which Nothing Was
that
the Same was still better.
see, I disagree with that.
Mm.
I disagree with that. That's probably another conversation we can have. That may be another head-to-head or some shit we could do.
We could do
but,
that.
But regardless of if you feel it's better, that album was so monumental that it lit a fire under Drake's ass, and you could tell with this because not just besides the like taking shots at Kendrick, but like this was a very clear effort by Drake to be like, this is going to be my best music ever.
Yeah.
And we haven't gotten that since, because you know what happened is after he dropped this, Kendrick went away for a few years, dropped To Pimp a Butterfly, and Drake went pop with his If You're Reading This and What Time to Be Alive. And then at that point, they were two different artists, and Drake was never going to step into Kendrick's lane. Kendrick was never going to step into Drake's lane. And so he never got that hunger again.
Yeah.
But this was a clear hunger of the throne is being challenged, and I need to respond.
Yeah.
And I think he responded the best he absolutely could.
Yeah.
So that's why, to me, I think this album is number one. I think you feel that when you listen to the album. So Nothing Was the Same, man. Classic album.
He's got a good discography all around.
He does.
He does.
He does. He does. Even and I'll say that too to close. Like I shit on him for his for his bloated albums, because I'm never gonna want to listen to a Drake album front to back.
Yeah.
But you know what? As far as the artists that do bloated albums, he does it the best.
He does.
He does it better than Khaled. He does it better than all these other people that do the bloated albums.
That's what I was gonna say. Our ranking, despite the fact of where we put each album, like, okay, I had Dark Lone Demo Tapes 3, you had So Far Gone 2, I had it at 13, 14. Despite all that, we can still agree that this guy has a solid discography, and no album is really trash other than Honestly Nevermind.
Yeah.
So I mean, he's got good projects all around.
If I'm being honest with you, I am throwing Dark Lane Demo Tapes in for All the Dogs and Trash too.
Okay, that's fucked.
I am
so fucked.
I am just because they're just not memorable. But that'll do it for the Drake discography ranking. Let us know the next artist you want us to do. We're gonna be doing these.
Let us know whose ranking you like more.
Yeah. Oh, yep. Actually, put that in the comments. Please check this,
Amer
man.
or Chris.
Please check this, man. Let us know which ranking you agree, and also put yours. How would you rank these? How would you rank these 15 bodies of work? Yeah. Obviously, we didn't include like his early mixtapes, like Comeback Season.
And which can't really count those.
Like that, yeah. And like the Scary Hours EPs, because how do you compare 2 songs to 22? So but of these 15, let us know how you rank them. Let us know how you feel about our rankings. And let us know which artists you'd want us to do next. So until then, tune in to the Rap Cave podcast, uploading weekly on this channel here. Also, all these side missions you're gonna see videos with me and Amer. You're gonna see videos with Amer and Adi. You're gonna see videos with 3 of the 4 of us. You're gonna see videos with me and Chris. Like, we're gonna be mixing and matching all different combinations. Just doing some some side missions, if you will, as opposed to the main podcast. So stay tuned for that. We got a whole bunch of versatility that's coming to this channel, and I'm excited for that. We will catch you on the next one. Peace. Like, share, subscribe. Do that.